I'm starting to fall out of love with my wife after she quit her career to stay home. Yet I'm still working full time and doing most of the work while she barely contributes. To make it worse, her mother is always around defending her and acting like I'm the problem. Now, I don't know if I'm being unfair or if this marriage is already breaking. Hello, Reddit I plus here. I think I'm falling out of love with my wife, and I hate myself for even typing that. I'll try to keep this structured, but honestly, this is more of a late night brain dump than anything else. I'm 41. My wife is 37. We've got 2 kids, 4 and 6. On paper, we look like a stable family. Decent house, steady income, no major scandals, but behind closed doors, it feels like I've been slowly suffocating for years. When we first got together, she was driven, ambitious. She worked in healthcare, had a clear path, talked about growth, independence, all that. I respected it. I admired it. I supported it. And I mean that literally. I worked 2 jobs at one point so she could finish her degree without worrying about tuition. Nights, weekends, whatever it took. I told myself it was temporary, that we were building something together. Then we had kids. We both agreed she'd stay home for a while. It made sense. Childcare is expensive, and we wanted them raised right. I stepped up, pushed my career harder, got more certifications, eventually moved into a higher-paying role managing projects and teams. Fast forward a few years, and something changed. At first, I thought it was just exhaustion. Postpartum struggles, adjustment. I gave it time, I really did, but now her day starts around 10 a.m., sometimes later. We have help. Her mom lives with us because of her health issues, and I hired a nanny during weekdays to ease the load. One kid is already in school most of the day, the other isn't exactly a newborn anymore. And yet, I'm still the one waking up before sunrise. I get the kids ready, I handle school drop-offs, I prep breakfast, I manage every bill, every repair, every financial decision. I work full-time, mostly from home now, but it's non-stop meetings, deadlines, pressure. And in between all that, I'm still picking up slack around the house. Meanwhile, she cooks, yes, I'll give her that. She makes meals for everyone, but outside of that, most of her time goes to her phone, shopping, scrolling, messaging in mom groups. I didn't want to believe it at first, so I asked the nanny, I asked her mom. Both gave me the same answer without even coordinating. This is normal. That broke something in me, because here's the part that messes with my head. She says her life is harder than mine. Every time I try to open up, it turns into a competition. If I'm stressed, she's more stressed. If I'm tired, she's exhausted. If I feel overwhelmed, she tells me I'm lucky. Lucky. I'm the one carrying everything, and somehow I'm the one who has it easy. For the past couple of years, she's told me more than once that I ruined her life, that she gave up everything because of me. But when I bring it up later, she denies it, like I imagined it. At some point, I just stopped talking. I started venting to my dog instead. That's not even a joke. I'll sit there at night, glass in hand, just talking to a damn animal because at least it doesn't interrupt me to tell me I have it better. Our marriage, practically dead. We barely touch each other anymore. Intimacy is almost non-existent. I kept making excuses for it. Stress, hormones, mental health. I didn't want to believe she just stopped wanting me. And yeah, before anyone jumps to conclusions, no, I haven't cheated. I've had opportunities. I work with a lot of people, but I never crossed that line. I still loved her, or at least I thought I did. Now I'm not so sure what I feel anymore. A few months ago, things hit a breaking point. I showed her a post I made venting anonymously. She read it, every word, every comment. She packed a bag and left to stay with her sister. For about a week, I was a single parent. And here's the messed up part. Nothing really changed. My routine stayed the same. Wake up early, handle the kids, work, manage everything. The only difference was more takeout and less tension. When she came back, it wasn't some emotional reunion. She walked in like she had gone on a weekend trip. We argued. Hard. At one point, we ended up in bed together, like we were trying to patch things physically. For a second, I thought maybe we were turning a corner. Next morning, she went right back to talking about how hard her life was and how easy mine is. That was the moment something in me finally shut off. After that, I started sleeping in my office, on the couch, anywhere but next to her. Then came the final straw. Father's Day. We had family over, nothing fancy, just food, kids running around, normal stuff. I was talking to my brother-in-law about a school event, how it felt sad seeing kids without their dads there. Out of nowhere, she laughed and said, loud enough for everyone to hear, "It's not like you do anything anyway. I could have gone instead." The room went dead silent. I don't even remember standing up. I just grabbed my keys and left. That night, sitting alone in my car, I realized something I'd been avoiding for years. I wasn't in a marriage anymore. I was in a one-sided arrangement where I was the provider, the emotional punching bag, and the invisible partner all at once. The next morning, I called a lawyer. Long story short, we're divorced now. I have primary custody of the kids. That was my line in the sand. I wasn't losing them. I gave up a lot financially to make it clean. Sold the house, split assets, covered things I probably didn't have to. But honestly, I didn't care anymore. Peace was worth more. Now, life is quieter. It's just me, the kids, and the dog in a smaller place. My mother-in-law still stays close because of her health, and weirdly enough, she's been one of my biggest supports through all this. My ex moved on fast. New lifestyle, new guy, new everything. From what I see, she's chasing the version of happiness she thought she lost. I don't hate her. That's the strange part. I'm just done. I still have moments late at night where it hits me, the life we were supposed to have. The person she used to be, the person I used to be. But then I hear my kids laughing in the next room or asking me to help with something, and it grounds me again. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Not broken, not healed either, just moving forward. If anyone's been in something similar, I guess my question is this. How do you know when you've truly let go and not just learned how to live with the silence? It's been a few months since everything ended. Life has settled into a routine. School runs, work, dinner, bedtime chaos, repeat. It's not glamorous, but it's steady. And for the first time in years, the house feels calm. But last weekend, she came by. No warning, just a text saying she wanted to see the kids. They were excited, of course. I'd never take that from them. So I kept it normal. Let her in, gave them space, stayed out of the way. At some point, I walked into the kitchen and caught her just standing there, looking around like she didn't recognize the place anymore. She said, "You changed things." I told her, yeah, had to make it work for us. She nodded, but it didn't look like she was really listening. Then she said something that stuck with me. "I didn't think you'd be okay without me." Not in a cruel way, more like genuine confusion. And I realized something in that moment. For years, I think she saw me as someone who would just endure anything. No matter how bad it got, like I didn't have a breaking point. Maybe I didn't back then. But I do now. She stayed for a couple hours, played with the kids, helped with homework, even laughed a little. It almost felt like the old version of us for a second. Then she left. And when the door closed, the house didn't feel empty. That's new. Later that night, my oldest asked, "Why doesn't mom live here anymore?" I kept it simple. Told them sometimes adults can't live together, but we both still love them. They accepted it way easier than I expected. Kids are resilient like that. I'm still figuring things out. Still have nights where the silence is loud. Still catch myself reaching for someone who isn't there anymore. But it doesn't hurt the same way. It's more like a scar now. So I guess to answer my own question from before, maybe you don't fully let go. Maybe you just get to a point where it stops controlling you. And for the first time in a long time, I think I'm getting there.